What about the women? We find that that question just sometimes doesn't get asked, believe it or not.
My name is Teresa Byers, and I became involved in Legal Voice by volunteering on the INR line.
Michelle Johnson.
Sally Mary De Leon.
Lisa Verner.
Zach.
David Ward.
My name is Quinn.
Nikki.
My name is Janet Chung.
I'm Susan Howlett, and I was on the founding board.
Jamila Johnson.
Mike Pellicciati.
Alyssa Haslam.
Matt Byers.
My name is Debbie J, and I got involved with Legal Voice through the Washington United for Marriage campaign.
I'm Lisa Stone.
Montana James.
Marge Press.
Holly Cook.
My name's Jared Watson.
Our very first case, Blair versus Washington State University, was one of the first women's athletic cases in the country.
Recently, I was talking to a niece of mine who got an athletic scholarship to college, and I said, you know, you've got Title IX to thank for that. You've got Blair to thank for that. And she said, what's Title IX? And I realized that we have to keep on doing this work because there are whole generations of younger people who don't know what we went through.
Seattle's paid sick and safe days ordinance makes sure that some of our most vulnerable workers aren't faced with this really difficult choice about either working at the jobs they love or taking care of the people that they love.
Since the 1980s, we've been working to fight for gay rights on every front.
I am hoping that gay marriage will be accepted nationwide, worldwide, of course.
The legislation that they make doesn't help just one person, but everyone in the future.
When we can treat people who are the most marginalized in our society with dignity and respect, we can treat everybody with dignity and respect.
To fight the legal battles that give us economic equality, gender equality, marriage equality.
We have a vision to move forward and make sure that no woman can be fired from her job because of gender-based violence.
The courts can say, you know what, society may be feeling one way, but really truth and justice lie over here.
Kids are the future, and I'm your future.
We are 50% of the population at least.
Legal Voice is really looking at the holistic community of women and what needs to change in our laws and our policies to make the world better for women as a whole.
We are at a really exciting point in the fight for women's rights.
I think going through undergrad and going through law school as a single mom really makes you think about the ways in which laws impact what it means to be a woman.
One thing we can do to improve women's lives is catch them at an early age and tell them there's no reason they can't do anything they want to do.
Just one thing, money. And money can go everywhere. I mean, as far as equal pay, education, promotion, childcare, healthcare, you name it.
Wow. These are like really important questions. Putting women's rights at the forefront of everyday life. To get serious about violence against women.
Stop placing these impossible stereotypes upon each other. Stereotypes like that make it really hard on women to fit into a box that really doesn't exist.
Make sure that we don't see more examples of people using their religion as a discriminatory form.
Have the ability to make their own decisions about their health care, that sort of autonomy over their own lives.
My mom inspired me to turn my dreams into goals. And I think that that is something that everybody deserves because I never had a moment where I felt like I couldn't do something just because I was a girl. To end the discrimination in general, because that's what this is all about here at Legal Voice.
It's gonna sound cheesy, but I'm really inspired by volunteers.
My grandma kind of inspires me because the way that she was involved on the March on Washington and black voting rights.
My kids and their peers, and I just have such hope for the future.
I think I'm inspired because generations in my family have been really hardworking in these laws.
Other hardworking, happy, positive women.
Equity, social justice, my kids.
Just doing something to help somebody else, I think it's an amazing thing.
Our staff comes to work every day excited and outraged and ready to change the world.
We need Legal Voice because some people may not be able to stand up for themselves.
Legal Voice is one of the only organizations that focuses solely on the intersection of the law and women's rights.
It's very exciting to be involved with an organization that can really move the needle and really help change culture.
I think we need Legal Voice because everyone is allowed to say something, but the more people who are saying it, the more power it has.
Legal Voice is there to be able to say the things that I need to say.
One of the things I love about Legal Voice is that it just keeps on fighting the same fights over and over and over again until we win.
Wow, what a cool organization. Women's rights, nothing less.
They're a very, pardon my French, a really kick-ass organization.
Legal Voice is here to fight the good fight, and we're not done yet.
Legal Voice gets it.
Someone has to speak up, and that's us.
I have a voice.
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 I have a voice, and I use it for women.